Is Elton a good friend of yours? I mean, this guy calls you every day to check up on you. That sounds incredibly great.
My wife had our daughter, and then Elton started ringing me like once a week because he's a father and he wants to check how I was getting on, and he loved seeing Lyra on FaceTime and blah, 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 blah. And then Michael died, and Elton knows Michael, or knew Michael, and rung me up the day afterwards. And I'm sure you've had close friends die as well, but you get to a point where you will just be having a conversation like this, and then you just stop talking, and then you just burst out crying for like 5 seconds, and then you pull yourself back together and do that. And over the conversation, that must have happened like 3 or 4 times. And from that point, he just rung me every single day just to check up on me, because he knew that I was having a full-on time with that. And it hasn't stopped. And I'm not saying it's like a long chat. Like, we don't like catch up in full every day. He rings me for like 30 seconds. We'll talk about something. Like, at the moment, his album came out last week, and I was ringing him being like, oh my God, man, it's going #1. Like, congratulations. And, you know, he's excited about that. And then this week it's my record, and he's calling me about, we've done a Christmas song together. So we're trying to work out a music video and a performance of it and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he does call me every single day, and I absolutely adore him.
What a lovely relationship. I mean, this is one of, again, one of the greatest musicians that's ever lived. And I'm sure it's you pinch yourself when you...
This is the thing. There's 2 different people, right? There's Elton John, the performer, and everyone knows and loves Elton John, the performer, but no one really knows the true heart of this bloke, because I'm not the only person he does this to. He has this relationship with so many people that he's close to, and he gives advice to, and he's there for a mentor. I know he has the same with Brandi Carlile. I know he has the same with Gaga. Like, he's just a wonderful, wonderful human, and he's constantly plugged into music. He gets all the new releases every single week, and he's ringing me about artists that he rang me about Kid Laroi 2 years ago, and he's like, keep an eye out for Kid Laroi. He's going to be the biggest thing in the world. And what happens 2 years later? He's the biggest thing in the world. And yeah,
he said to you in one of these conversations, says, hey Ed, you ought to mentor other artists, sign other artists and stuff. And the story I heard was, you said, you took that to heart, and you tried to sign Shawn Mendes, who has certainly blown up to be a big star. And Shawn Mendes was what, like 15 at the time when you tried to sign him. Why didn't Shawn Mendes sign with you?
He was already down the road with the record label that he'd signed to. He knew the guys. He was comfortable with them. And I'm not going to use the card of like, hey, but yeah, I'm this actor, blah, 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 because like, what if I can't do a better job than them? I want him to have a career. I don't want him to only have a career if it's under me. So yeah, it was, but that's happened to me loads of times, man. There's loads of artists that I know that I could sort of, you dip your toe in a little bit and go, would you be open to it? And then if there's even a hint of, oh, but this might be a better home for me, I kind of like back off.
Wow.
But this is the thing with Elton. Elton's a mentor. Elton's not this like megalomaniac who has to. Elton's not finding Kid Laroi 2 years ago, right, and then being like, right, I'm going to sign you and have 2% of you or whatever because I have to earn off it. He just finds artists that he loves, and then tells people about them because he likes.
Right.